This is the Marvel Legends Brother Voodoo. The figure is from the 5-pack exclusive set from the San Diego Comic-Con 2015. Marvel Legends, the Book of the Vishanti. Doctor Strange, the Book of the Vishanti set. And it is an awesome looking figure. If you read up on the old comic book called Heroes for Hire, then you probably know who this guy is. The last we saw him, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was New Avengers and I think Uncanny Avengers. He did. I didn't read all the issues of the Uncanny Avengers before Secret Wars, but I think he did appear in one of them. And essentially, well, this guy, the figure is perhaps the weakest in the entire set, but needless to say, it is a wonderfully made figure. The guy taps power from the Lowat for his voodoo powers of smoke with drums. Can't believe his smoke is always accompanied by drums. He controls animals, lesser creatures, a lot of the voodoo stuff. So it was really just a superhero that had voodoo powers, and not really the most interesting for me in the entire set. But Hasbro, once again, did a phenomenal job with the figure. Just the amount of detail they've put on this guy is just amazing. He has his staff that has some astral projections or something like that. He has like a double cape. If you take off the neck, there's a smaller cape that has the Eye of Agamotto, I think, or something, an amulet, and another cape, which is very similar, very familiar if you know your Marvel Legends. It's exactly the same cape as the Vision, and if you notice, they have the same body sculpt, except with the difference in the fists, but the whole torso, arms, and legs is exactly the same. They've added some detail with his waistband, some skulls here and there, some really eerie voodoo paint apps on his costume. I like the fact that it's sort of like just like hand painted or finger painted on his costume. I really like it. The details about him, even the head sculpt, is a great use of this mold. Having said that, I say it's the weakest because, you know, the character itself, I'm pretty biased about it. I'm not really that interested with the character. It was a little bit frustrating getting him out of the packaging, simply because you had to remove the cape from the back and take him off. And then when you try and put on the neck, the secondary cape, I know what Hasbro was trying to do with it. Instead of making just one cape, they made two, so it'll be easier for them. They recycled the Vision's cape, and then they made this one so it would appear like it's just one cape fastened by this amulet, but it's just not working as much. And if you don't put it properly, the head tends to pop off, because there's just very little clearance for the details of the hair and the chin to when you attach it firmly all the way in. It just touches the plastic of the capes way too much that there's very little you can do with it. Anyway, it's still a great figure. I mean, if you're really into these mystical characters, and this is one figure you want to get, but if you're not really after the set and all the figures in it, then this is, I guess you could skip this figure and just go for it. If you're buying just the figures of the set and not the entire set from secondary sellers, then this is one that you probably will not pick up. You'd get Magic, Dormammu, the Astral, and the Astral Doctor Strange, but this one might be left behind. I've seen some resellers just having a lot of these in conventions. The last convention I saw, there was one reseller who had like 2 of these. I guess he couldn't sell these, and sold the Dormammus, the Magic, and yeah. But it's still a great figure. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a great use of the mold. Just not very interested with this particular character. Paint apps are okay. I mean, the body sculpt is great, just except for the cape and some issues with it. But other than that, great job, Hasbro. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the SDCC 2015 Marvel Legends Doctor Strange, the Book of the Vishanti, Brother Voodoo. Thanks for watching.